Welcome to Coily Crowns. I'm Ashante.
And I'm Lori, and welcome to our Queendom. Hi.
Welcome. Hope you all had a great week. We're back to recap episode 2 of Married at First Sight, season 13. If you haven't subscribed to our page, be sure to do that and hit the like and share button. And go back and watch our recap from season 13, episode 1. So last week's episode. So you can catch up quickly. So we're still at the beginning stages of everything. We've only
They
had,
dragging this out. Ugh.
of course, we've only had one wedding. Today or this past episode, they could have done the rest of the weddings, but of
They really
course,
could have.
no, they're gonna drag it out. So we had two weddings, and we're gonna get started with the first wedding of the day, which was Michaela and Zach.
Mm-hmm.
What? I'll let you start. What were your thoughts?
So yeah, they did Michaela and Zach, and then they weaved in Johnny and Val at the same time with the tea ceremony. But I don't know. Michaela is what I thought. She still looks like, funny and just big ball of energy, big personality. And Zach was crying in every episode, every time they showed
Every
him.
5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, I was listening, but then I was kind of out a little bit. So I was like, wait, what is he crying for? What happened?
There were tears of joy. He was happy.
Oh, because I was just like, did somebody die? Is somebody missing? Like, oh, his grandpa's not there or something. But no, he was just getting all choked up about getting married. So I was just like, oh, okay, I don't know if he gonna make it. Um, so I don't know. I thought it was okay. They're harping on this whole thing about Michaela being stubborn. I see that that's going to be her storyline that they're trying to highlight about her.
Right.
But I don't. And then what did they call her? Hurricane Kayla or something like that. They called her a hurricane.
Yeah,
Like
I remember the hurricane part. Yeah.
come in and have a tizzy and then just be calm right after that. I was like, okay, that's not stubborn. I don't know what that's crazy.
That's
So,
on addition to her stubbornness.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's on top of it.
So,
Oh, yeah, Zach was crying when they were like preparing to him and his mom walk down the aisle for the wedding ceremony. He was just getting really emotional. Like he said, he's been dreaming of this day for so long. And it's just so different, right? You don't usually hear that men have been planning and thinking about getting married since childhood. But he really has. And so they kind of had a joke like, thankfully, this is it. He finally got here. We can stop talking about
in
it.
his letter, the family letter.
And the family was talking about him.
Yes.
He has the support of his parents. His mom was there. And that was kind of sweet to see her wiping away his tears and everything. And because first she was like, why are you crying? Like, I think she got nervous. Like, is he like
Trying to back
nervous?
up.
Yeah,
Right.
but then he was like, no, they're tears of joy. I'm just happy. And that made me think, I don't know, just talking about him and listening to his vows. Like, I think he actually would be a good husband. I think because of that passion of wanting to be married, that he will do whatever he can to try to please his wife. And that could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing, right? But I think from this episode, I was like, okay, I totally see that maybe it is a good thing that he's young, but it has really been intentional in trying to be married and have that life. Um, and then also with like this with Michaela, I love how they show her sisters there supporting her right before the wedding. They gave her the something blue gift, which was
Yeah.
their dad was a Star Trek
Mm-hmm.
person, and so they gave her this little blue like thing from that, and that had her start crying, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
So that was so nice. I love seeing that sister dynamic that they're showing with her and her sisters. Her mom is supportive as well. I when Zach came down the aisle, he went to go meet her mom, and he was like, "Oh, thank you so much for letting her do
Oh
this." And
yeah.
her mom was like, she grown. I ain't let
Right.
her do anything. This is her
Right.
choice. But so yeah, I just loved everything that I saw for the two of them. Even when they met, like her coming down the aisle, the biggest smiles on both of their faces. I think
Mhm.
they were very pleased to see one another, that they were attracted to each other. And being Michaela, I thought I started laughing, especially after he gave his vows. And she was like, "Oh, okay." She
All
grabbed
right,
his
let's
hand,
go.
like, "Let's
Right, because
go."
he didn't read it or anything. It was just like off the cuff, but it sounded really good. But she was like ready, like she was instantly attracted to him because she was flirting with him from the time she went up there, like, oh, you're
Right.
gorgeous. Oh, you're this, just help boosting him up, especially because that was one of the things he was nervous about. Like, what if my wife doesn't think I'm attractive? What if she doesn't like how I look? What if I'm this, that? So, that was probably like gave him some calmness when she was all like flirting with him and stuff. So
Oh
that
yeah,
was
you could totally see it started. He started to relax more,
yeah.
and just a smile. You could his posture, all of that.
Mhm.
Um, so they got married. Everything goes well. They kiss. Not surprised about that. Um, so afterwards, when they like go and they have like that little moment to kind of exchange names, to get a little bit to know each other a little bit better, his parents had called him or family a Renaissance man. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to hear like what makes him a Renaissance
And
man.
he was saying when they read it, he's like, yeah, that's true. That's so true. Yeah. And I'm like, what is a Renaissance man?
But the only thing he mentioned was that his dad taught them how to crochet and make lotion as a kid. And I'm like, that makes you a Renaissance
Crickets.
man?
Because I was like, she was just like, okay, yeah. What in the world? And he didn't even mention anything about the music that, he plays instruments and
Right.
stuff like that.
That's
So
what I
like,
totally thought that would be like the first thing he would mention was like, oh yeah, I play the piano, I'm into art, whatever. It was
something.
I learned how to crochet
And I
and
don't
make
do it
lotion.
anymore. I don't do it anymore. But yeah, our dad taught us how to do that. What? Yeah.
Yeah. But the vibe is there. They're liking each other. I'm actually starting to feel them now. I see them together. I'm like,
So it's not a
okay,
maybe anymore. It's a yes for you.
I'm not there yet, but I'm just like, okay, they warm it up. I see more, because again, our predictions last week were solely based
Yeah.
on the individual and how they kind of are matched together
And
without
how
the
they edit
teams.
it. You don't,
Everything, of course, is how it's been edited, right?
Mhm.
But like now you actually start to see them get married, the chemistry between the people, that'll help, I think,
Yeah.
shape the decision on whether or not like, okay, this really gonna give a chance. So I'm still a maybe. What's that, the
Yeah,
halfway
me too.
on those two? You still a maybe, or you
Yeah, I need
think?
to see more. I think they're cute, but that cute don't pay the bills. Cute can just be cute for right now.
And like his mom said, marriage is not all about love. So you gotta see as they get to know each other, and as Michaela's stubbornness comes out, how does he handle that or whatever, and whatever he has going on, which we'll see soon enough. All of that. So yeah, there's still maybe, but cute couple. Like it's so far what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some chemistry there. They're
Yeah.
vibing. So we'll see. Okay. Any other thoughts before we move on?
Nope.
Okay. We already kind of mentioned Bao and Johnny. They had their tea ceremony that's related to their cultural background. You mentioned last week about they didn't say last names, and they said last names this
They did?
episode. They did. I don't know who's who, but Wang and Lamb family. They talked about the tea ceremony was bridging like two families together, the Wang and the
Yeah,
Lamb
but I'm
family.
I'm wondering. I didn't even notice that, but I'm wondering if that's not his last name. Because you can have a family, but that's not the family name. I don't know if that's his dad's name.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like you can
because
have
his mom, maybe that's true.
because it's
I hadn't thought
weird to
about that.
me that they would say the names of her and not it just said Johnny, which is in a wedding
And his
usually
dad
you
didn't want to be
say
involved with anything, so that would help.
because
I ain't think
usually
about that.
you take and maybe Vietnamese culture is different, but usually in a wedding, you don't even mention the wife's last name because now it's like you become, the man's property basically, but we're not gonna go down that road. But basically it's usually the man's name that gets mentioned all the time. So I thought it was weird that they mentioned her whole name and his Johnny. And is Johnny your real name, Johnny? I don't want to be insensitive, but usually you have a more cultural name that's not Americanized. So I'm just surprised it was just so like, and Johnny. Yay. So I'm wondering if that's his dad's name, his name that he actually has, his actual surname. I'll be curious to know that, but none of my business. So we don't go.
I hadn't even thought that far into any of that, but okay, that makes sense. Um, what I will mention is Johnny was talking about about his dad not wanting to participate, not giving his approval and all of that. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll just talk to my dad later and get forgiveness, ask for forgiveness." And I'm like, "Why are you asking for forgiveness for something you're doing? Your dad hadn't really been in your life like that. He is gone, left you, and I don't know. And maybe that's a cultural thing as
Yeah,
well, but." I'm
I
like,
think
you
that's a
grown. You
respect
making the
thing.
decision.
It does. I think we've grown up different than how a lot of those cultures grow up. Like, you don't disrespect your family, no matter what they did. It's like it probably weighs heavily on him that he's even going against his father's
His father.
wishes. And then we got to think, to me, if you really think about it on the outside looking in, your daddy's a punk because he divorced your mama and left your family and had the nerve to tell you how you should be married to somebody. You messed up. You failed. So I don't understand how you're now the barometer and can tell somebody else what to do in order to move forward. But
Like you said, a lot of it probably goes back to the culture. And like you said, you respect your elders, you respect your people, even if they're dead wrong and they
even
do
if they're
something wrong,
wrong.
but you're still supposed to, give them respect. And I mean,
Listen, 90 Day Fiance, Jenny and Submit. Submit is trying to be in love with this old, crusty old lady, and he can't. You know why? Because his parents are threatening him. His mom threatened to kill
commit
herself, all this
suicide.
stuff. And this man can live his own life. He's at least 30 years old. Let the man live with this old white lady, okay? And he can't even do it. He feels like his whole heart is breaking, but he still want to be with her. What kind of life is this?
It's not a lie. It's
So
miserable. Oh. Anyway, that's another show that we watch, reality television show. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for it to
bated
come back
breath.
on,
They got
and
the trailer out.
finally,
They got the trailer out. We ready. Come on now.
finally. So that'll probably be the other one that we'll be talking about
Nope.
because listen, y'all, 90 Day Fiance the other way
Catch
around.
up. Catch up. You got 2 seasons to catch up. They about 20 episodes each. Go ahead, go watch it. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So okay, that's it. I have from Bao Johnny
Oh,
again. Oh, what?
I
Go
have
ahead.
something for them. So I was curious because they were like, "Oh, I'm so excited that this other person also wanted to surprise the other person with this tea ceremony." And I'm like, "How do you surprise somebody with a tea ceremony when they were both coordinated in their outfits and had this whole setup? Like, did they already know that the other person wanted to do a tea ceremony like beforehand, or did they just at the end of the wedding, by the way, we're going to do a tea ceremony, I have your outfit. Oh, you already have an outfit? I was confused with how they would have been able to plan something and it was a surprise on the day.
Eh,
But maybe it was a surprise beforehand, like, oh, I was surprised that they also wanted to do a tea ceremony, but they were prepared for the day.
So, okay, so my understanding is yes, each said they wanted to do a tea ceremony before knowing who the partner was going to be. So,
Mm-hmm.
even if it was, say, someone outside of their culture, they were already wanted to
Gonna
do
still
that,
do it?
right?
Oh,
Yes. And then when they both said, "Oh yeah, I wanted to do that as well," on this episode, he said he wanted something like wine and gold, and then she said red and gold. So I think they already were planning and had decided on
okay.
things for the other person. But once the experts already identified them and knew, okay, they both want to do it, yeah, stick to those colors. Like, we can't tell you exactly, but stick to those colors is similar. I guess it just worked out, because I'm also kind of like, well, if it's a surprise, say it is someone that's outside your culture, then you have to teach that
Right.
person really quick or train, like, how does that happen? And
Yeah.
maybe it would be a tea ceremony. Maybe it's days later. I don't know. Does it have to be the same day? Like, I don't know. But I think it all just worked out because they were of the same culture and both wanted to have it. So
Okay.
I think it kind of
I
just
was just
naturally worked
confused.
out.
I was like, how you surprise something? Y'all all coordinated and ready to go. But
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I think they're still cute. They were dancing.
Yeah.
Um, Val was showing her personality. I forgot exactly what she said, but I started laughing. She was I forget what the context was, but she was kind of like, um, oh, he likes his bride, but like, why wouldn't he? Like, look at me, or something
Yeah.
like that. It was cute.
I like her. I'm surprised she's just like, oh, I wanted a nerd or I wanted this. She's like, you're goofy. You're a funny, goofy person. So, and he seems like he likes that. So he
He's
looks
right there with
enamored
it.
by her. Like when he's just thinking of like looking at her, and he looks like he's into her. Like it's not fake. So
Right. Okay. So next is Myrla and Gil, which last week we gave our thoughts on those two being matched, and neither one of us were seeing it. Oh, how they thought this would be a good match.
let me tell you something. Our faces for Merla and Gail is all summed up with them talking after the wedding. I know I'm not supposed to like zoom all or fast forward that fast, but that they were just looking like I didn't see nothing there that was like, oh look, oh, gave me no warm and fuzzies.
And
Zero.
how they've been editing everything. As soon as the one person says this is what they don't like, and then here comes the next person talking about that's basically who they are and what they do like. It is
Right.
like, well,
Right.
how is this gonna work out?
So let's
Because
talk about. I guess they go back now. So they go back to the wedding dress shopping
mm-hmm,
and wedding dress shopping and the tux
the
or
tux.
whatever. Oh, they played this girl so bad. I kind of feel bad the way how they making this. Like, I'm sure other women went to the dress shop and tried on multiple dresses. I know they probably only show us one or two because we don't have all day. They showed this girl change 15,000 dresses. Like, oh no, I don't like that. Oh no, I don't
Mm-mm,
want that. I don't want
no,
to eat this. And
mm-mm.
they ask every bride when they go to the shop, what don't you like? What do you like? Let's try to narrow it down. And they just hone in like she don't like nothing.
Everything she don't like.
And I just can't imagine she was the only bride that had an opinion, had thoughts, had feelings about what she wanted her wedding dress to be. And they just made it, I don't know. I feel like they played her on that. And then her family and friends did not help. They over there talking about pray for her.
I know. They so were. Like, oh
I was
Lord.
like, oh my God. They was making it look so bad. Like, oh, here she go. Oh Lord. Then of course the camera gotta have subtitles zooming in and they over there whispering. They're like, we gonna find out what you said. And we gonna make sure we put it in words to make sure everybody else know what you said. Oh, but yeah, that was just too much. Just too much.
I was she is so like everything that Gil has said that he would like, she's not. And then vice versa. Like, it's just, how is this gonna work? And maybe we see a glimpse of maybe like once you actually meet, you're kind of like, oh, okay, I'm a little bit more open. And one of those um times that it happened is when after at the wedding she walks down, she sees that he's bald headed and he doesn't have a beard. Two of the things that she wanted. And when she got up there, she was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm open to the bald head, And
Because
so
she
I was
was
like, okay,
losing it
so maybe
before.
she's a
She's
little
like,
bit,
oh no, I don't know how I'm gonna do without a bald hair. Oh my god, I just can't. Oh, it's gonna be so distracting. Girl,
yeah, all of that.
that's gonna make or break your whole marriage. Is it because he
You're
don't
not
have
ready to get
hair?
married, right? Commit people, right, are going to go through transition to different things. They're
Exactly.
going to have new hair. They're going to have this and that.
I
So,
mentioned it because y'all, she over here acting like it don't look good. It looks so cute on her. So I didn't want to call her out and just be like, new hair, who this? But since she mentioned it, let's go back and just pivot. We're gonna have a commercial break real quick. Girl, shake it. Shake it.
again, like people try new things. This has been my year of trying new things.
It's
New
cute.
show, hair, all of that. So, you just the first time you're just kind of like, I don't know how this look, and it's gonna be out on
Cute.
YouTube forever.
Cute.
So you just don't want to be looking like a mop, looking a mess.
You don't look like a mop.
Thank you, hype girl, my friend, my hype woman. Okay, now that we're back from our commercial break.
Okay.
So leading up to the wedding, though, and when they're getting ready, and Myrla goes back to showing her true colors.
Yeah.
The whole makeup scene. Now, I don't know anyone, even people who don't normally wear makeup, right? But on a wedding day, with pictures, you're going to be wanting to wear some makeup to look your best, to help bring out enhance your beauty. That's what I really want to say. So makeup to help enhance. This girl was like, I don't wear makeup. I don't want makeup. I do not want to look like her. And it was showing a lady. And there wasn't a lot of makeup on her, but you're going to have a little bit more than normal because of, pictures and stuff. Right. And I'm like, one, I was surprised, but I was like, should I wear makeup? Interesting.
I thought I could have swore she had makeup on before, but maybe I wasn't looking at her that high, like that zoomed in. But I kind of understand where she was coming from. I get what you're saying. This is your wedding day. You want to kind of be the most like prim and made up and whatever. But I know for when I got married, I was kind of the same way with eyelashes. So I did it's like a pre-makeup, whatever.
That consultation.
And so the makeup artist, she was like, okay, so we got to put lashes on. I'm like, no, I don't like things on my eye. I don't. So we went back and forth about this. And then my mama was like, you going to put these lashes on because you get married. I had no choice. And I was like, but I don't want it. I had to wear these lashes. Them things came off the same night.
Oh, yeah, they don't last. Not those kind of lashes. They ain't gonna last.
No, but I've been seeing people hold on to these things, and I'm like, how? No, not even like I'm washing my face off. As soon as we got to the hotel, I was like, bloop, bloop. Sorry, husband, this is what I look like. Gotta go. I cannot. Ugh. So I get you want to be as natural, or you want to be as comfortable as you want on your wedding day, but girl, it's a couple hours.
But I think with a good makeup artist, right, they know how to enhance the beauty.
She don't know them. She don't know these people.
But you can still say, like, okay, I want a natural look. And
that's what she should have said.
Right. And not like have pounds and pounds of makeup on.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, but she was kind of like, to how she came across was like bare face.
Yeah.
Like, that's how she came across. And I'm like, I think I would want at least some makeup on. Like, you look great on your wedding day. The makeup just, again, it enhanced your beauty. It wasn't all this pounds of makeup. And the eyelashes, I don't know.
I'm just saying, I get having that conversation, and I'm not on camera when I have my conversation. Now you're on camera and you have to explain to this person that you just met today, hey, I don't want... But she just doesn't know how to communicate things that sound a little bit better. She just sounds like, I don't want that. What's that thing called? Loose powder. Give me some loose powder. I don't want this. She just sounded like a little bit of a bridezilla.
They called her out, and called her like, oh, her bridezilla coming out now.
Yeah. So it's just, the way how she was communicating,
How
but
she
I
was saying
get
it.
it.
Right.
You know, this is a weird situation. You didn't have a consultation. This is not your friend. Maybe she did someone else's makeup and she didn't like how it looked, but she's trying not to say that. But she's like, I want you to do something different over here. So I get that. It's just, it sounded bad the way how
And
she.
it totally could be just the editing of just how she still said the words, but it just could have been the editing to make it sound much worse. And she could have said, like, okay, what I really want is a more natural look. Yes.
Mhm. And her friends were not helping her. They should have been over there like, okay, hold on, let me see if we can communicate this or whatever. They was over there like, oh, here we go.
No, you're right. They were just
Here
sitting in the
we
background.
go. They was just adding to the drama over there. So I don't know.
But yes. Oh, the other thing, his friend Will. Every time bald head guy with like the beard,
Oh,
every
okay.
time I see him, I think that's the Will from the Philly season. It's not, but I hear Phil and I see it, and I'll be like, oh, wait a minute, that looks just like the Phil from Philly.
They do look alike. I didn't even notice that, but I see they be zooming in on his face and the other dude's face every time something go on. They be like,
Especially during the wedding, yeah, the one with had like the blonde hair.
yes,
Yeah, every time
yes.
they show him, he's kind of like, I don't know about this one.
Are you sure? I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Let me think. What else happened? Looking at my notes quickly. So of course, again about them being kind of opposite. Myrna's like no kissing. Like I'll give him my cheek, but like there's no kiss. But Gil's like, heck yeah, I'm going in for the kiss.
This
And
is my
his friend
wife.
was even like, are y'all going F? Are y'all gonna do it on the wedding night? And he was like,
Yes,
you know,
that's my wife.
24 hours. Give us a little time to get to know each other. Yeah. I could tell that I could see Myrna waiting the whole 8 weeks before anything happened.
Like, oh.
Nothing happened to her, sir.
Mm.
So that's gonna be interesting. And I'm like, oh, is that their storyline of
Yeah.
okay, she's definitely not, guarded and not don't want to kiss, don't want to have any kind of affection where he's like, give it to me. I'm ready. Let's go. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I see that, and also they're trying to highlight this high maintenance thing. I mean, even from the letters from her family about, that she loves to go shopping and this and that, and how he's like, more low maintenance where, oh, don't expect flowers. He'll just come with chocolate chip cookies instead to say I'm sorry. So it's just kind of all right, she likes to spin. He's more like low key. How is that supposed to work out in the long run? So that was like they're honing on that piece too, that they might be on opposite sides of the spectrum. So I don't know.
My last comment regarding her is that I did like that they showed a little more depth to her and talking about her background. So she's a leadership
Oh, the
coach. She said she's
career. I've never
her
heard of that.
I've heard something similar. I don't know if I heard it as a title of leadership coach, but they're definitely like people that coach teachers. That's what I've heard. But she's a
Mm-hmm.
former principal, and so she provides leadership and stuff to principals, and so she's very passionate about children and their learning and things like that. And I like that they mentioned that part about her because it really started to just paint her as this like shopaholic, superficial person that was all into looks and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. So,
And that don't like dogs. Now they done threw that up in there.
all right.
I see in the internet that blow up talk about who doesn't like dogs and there's plenty of people that don't
A
like
lot
dogs.
of people.
Talking about. And
A
so
lot of
he
people
was
don't like
like, oh, I'm a clean freak. So I don't, even though the dog sheds, I make sure that I clean up. She's like, but there's different definitions of clean freak. She was just like, I don't believe you. This hair is going to be all over me. So
it. It sure will be.
I agree. I like dogs, but I like certain types of dogs. And dogs that shed are not my favorite, but had one of those. So sure, I can take it. but it's just, ugh, I understand her as well. I did like her dress was just very dramatic, you know. Then she had 2 tattoos on her chest, so that's probably why she wanted to have a dress like that.
Was that a tattoo that was
Yeah,
up here? I wasn't too sure. It was a cross.
it
Okay,
looked
I
like a
couldn't
cross.
tell if it was a tattoo or if it was like a uh
Birthmark or something.
birthmark or something. But it did look like a tattoo, and I a cross tattoo. So that's what I ended up thinking it was, but wasn't too
Mm-hmm.
sure. And then she had like a heart in the little
Yeah, it looked like my tattoo.
bosom.
She had a heart with a love symbol. I was like, oh,
Oh, I
okay.
didn't see that part. Okay.
So, and then, you know, when she went up to the altar, he was just like, that's a very nice dress. That's not what he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to say. But, you know, you got to start somewhere.
Start somewhere. All right. So we'll see what happens with these two. I'm still a no right now on
Yeah.
them.
They just didn't look like they connected when they met up after the wedding. They were talking about their careers, which was nice, but it just
Mm-hmm.
didn't seem like, and it's day one, so things can change, of course, but they just didn't seem to have that initial,
Spark
oh,
or mm-hmm.
okay, nothing, zero. This is a no for me.
Yeah. Okay, so those were the two weddings, right? Myrla and Gil and Michaela and Zach. But we did see the other two couples as they did their wedding dress tux shopping and preparing to go down the aisle. So Brett and Ryan.
We saw both of them. We
Mm-hmm,
saw Rachel and Jose getting ready.
mm-hmm. Not ready, just
Oh,
getting a dress
oh, okay, okay,
in
okay,
the
okay.
tux.
Sorry.
So Brett and Ryan, we saw them going up until the day, the actual wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan is at the altar. That's where they cut off at. So I don't have much to say about them too. You know, I like the fact that let me say wedding. I mean, the dress shopping. Anything special? Anything you have? Yeah. Okay. So there's one part where Brett's, I think, family was talking about the type of guy that she needs in her life and personality wise. And I was like, I don't see Ryan having any of that.
What personality have you seen from Ryan? He just looks tired. I don't know
Every time I see that man, I think of that.
what Johnny said that he looked
Yeah, the weather just
weathered. He looked like somebody wrung him out. It's just
like he's
I don't
just
even know.
tired. Yeah,
Like I can't tell what personality he has. I can't tell. Is he a sports guy? Is he a
he
workaholic?
likes cooking cheesecake. That's the only thing I can tell you about him because they mentioned that a couple times. So yeah, so I don't know if anything else to add to this conversation other than I did like that Ryan sent flowers to her mom, like on the wedding
Okay,
day.
let's talk about this, right? So I see that he sends this huge bouquet of flowers for his new mother-in-law, right? So I'm sitting on the couch with my husband. I was like, oh, okay. Where's the gift to the wife? And so he was just like, oh, that was nice. What's the problem? And I said, you can't send a gift to my mama and
And
not
not
send
one to me.
me. And he was like, why not? And I was like, because you're getting married to me. So I need a gift. You can't do that in front of me and then think that I'm not going to be like, where's my stuff? So, oh, maybe he sent her flowers too. No, you can't send flowers to your future wife because she already got flowers for that day. You got to send me something else. So we went back and forth, and then I was like, oh, she does have a gift. After all of that, I was like, okay, she got something. And she opened it, and it was sneakers. And I was like,
okay. Well, there he goes. He showed a little bit of his personality there, talking about it's your last time to run or something like that.
I got no comment. I thought it was cute because those are like, I think those were supposed to be her sneakers for later too. Maybe they're dancing shoes or whatever.
I ain't thought
But
about
I
that.
would want something else. Don't send me some sneakers. Sorry.
Yeah, I just like the thought that you are in essence trying to win over not only your new wife, but the family, the moms. I like the thought behind it, but I agree. Like, where's my gift? Like, I'm expecting something too. Don't I mean you marrying me? You marry my mama, so
or give her flowers when you go out there. Don't do it while we getting ready together.
Didn't one of them do that? I can't remember.
I'm confused. So okay, let's go back. So Zach and Michaela, they didn't do the whole gift exchange thing.
They didn't.
But I think he came out. Oh no, I think that was Gil. He came out with flowers, but I feel like he gave his mama flowers.
His mama wasn't there because his parents are in Colombia. So no, I think it was Zach. I think somebody came out with flowers. Yeah,
I know, but I thought it was Gil.
I know. I think it was Zach. And I think, because initially I thought he was going to give it to Michaela's mom, but I don't remember seeing Michaela's mom with those flowers. I remember seeing
he gave his own mom. That's what I'm saying. If somebody gave their own mama flowers, and I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he gave it to his mom.
You can give your mama flowers anytime. Why would
I didn't get that one.
Mama flowers. So if you're saying that Gil's family wasn't there, then it was Zach.
It was Zach. Because Gil, I remember Gil, I wrote a note here that his parents are both in Colombia still.
Oh, okay. So I was just like, I thought that whole thing was strange. I was like, this don't make no sense. Whatever.
Because they don't show him giving his mom the flowers, but you don't see her mom with the flowers, and then later you see his mom with the flowers. Like, interesting. I thought he was bringing those for Michaela's mom, and he went and introduced himself and all of that to her. So
yeah, that's weird. That was weird to me, but okay.
That was
all right. Yeah, and then so since we're back already, then Gil was talking to her mom in Spanish. I was like, "There's the Spanish. There you go." I was like, "Where's the Spanish at?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, both their moms only speak Spanish." And I was like able to hear that he said, "I speak Spanish," and I was like, "Gil, you already speaking Spanish. Why you got to tell her that you speak Spanish?" But those are my 2 words that I know in Espanol. So yeah, back to Weathered and Red Hair.
There you go, your nickname. So
I mean, he just looks so.
He do. He just always get that look like I'm just tired. I just woke up.
The tortoise in the hair. He's the tortoise. That he's just like. So slow. I don't know. I can't. I'm not picking up on anything. So we're gonna need more information from him. But I don't think I had anything else or remember anything else from that wedding.
Ryan, I have nothing else.
Other than her boobs. Her boobs are just out there. I'm just like, it's a lot. It's a lot, Brett. A lot. Just on display. So I think he'll like that.
Of course. And then Rachel and Jose, quickly, because again, I don't really have much here for these two, other than when Jose went for his tux, to look for his tux, he tells the man, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty like low maintenance, I'm not flashy, but I want to maybe jazz it up a little bit here." And he picks this black blazer jacket with sparkles, and I'm like, this is not appropriate for a wedding, sir. Like, jazz it up with like your what do you call it? The napkin, that goes into the pocket square. That or the color or something. I don't like that jacket.
Well, it's apparent. We see you don't like this jacket. It didn't bother me that much.
It didn't. I didn't like it. I don't know. And then Rachel.
We'll have more to talk about next time. They didn't show them that much for this episode, so we'll dig into. I was about to call him tired again. Brett and Ryan and
Rachel
and Jose next episode, because hopefully
we'll see.
I was just trying to think the trajectory here. So we got another episode of weddings. They better be done. They better be on honeymoon at the end of this.
No honeymoon.
Why?
They'll be doing They'll be doing the brunch, meeting the parents for the brunch
Oh
stuff.
my God. You don't
Yeah.
think they could do 2 weddings? You don't think they could do 2 weddings? Oh, but they do the whole reception. Okay.
Yeah, the reception, and then they'll do like the
Wedding night. They had to go through all the wedding night. Everybody take them
It'll
up
be another
there.
2 episodes. Until we
Oh
are
my
fully
God.
into the honeymoon, I think another 2 episodes.
That's too much. Okay, sorry.
No, we've
At
been
least it was
saying
2 hours,
yes.
not 3 this time. But okay.
So, all right, that's this week's episode. Oh, my last time I forgot. I love the decor of all the weddings. Like, if you were paying attention, did you look at like the background? Like, and they were different too for I think each wedding. But I really like how it's designed and all the decorations they had. It was really cute. Okay, Laura didn't know this thing.
I usually see it because there's some places where they had different places and it was really beautiful and pretty. I don't know.
Well, I actually pay attention this time. That's why I see, because normally I don't.
Oh, now that you mention this, hold on. Which wedding was this? So the wedding that's about to happen, Brett and Ryan. Did you notice the pastor? The officiant?
Fishnets?
The officiant.
I noticed the ones for the weddings. Yeah, I didn't look at Brett and Ryan.
Listen, since this is still it's gonna happen, please look at this man because I think he looks like he's an undertaker. He looks like
what? Undertaker.
He looks like he got a funeral right after this. Listen, hurry it up. He looks like go look at him. He got a little comb over right here. It's all black. He looked like he's those sad people in the funeral homes, like, it's okay, here's the tissue. That's what he looked like. Go pay attention to him.
Okay, I will take a look.
And then he's right next to the tired dude. Oh my God, this is the girl's just going to her own funeral. This is terrible.
Going to her own funeral?
Terrible. He gonna wheel out the little coffin right around the corner. Like, here's your forever. Go lay down. Get comfy. Oh my gosh. Horrible. I wish I could take a picture. Somebody's got to be talking about it. I'm
about to go back and watch and fast forward so I can just see.
Just go to the end of the episode. He right there looking sad. Like he about to bury somebody. That's what's on the schedule. Come on, girl.
I got a wedding at 11, a funeral at 1. I got to go.
Got to go. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. All right. Well, that's this week's recap of episode 2 of Married at First Sight. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Hit the notification button so that you can get the notifications whenever we upload the videos. And talk to us in the comment section. Let us know what are you thinking so far regarding the couples, who you think are going to make it, whatever. Just talk to us, okay? And before we leave, as always, we want to remind you to do what?
Protect your throne. Bye.
Bye.
Put in the comments how cute she looks.
See y'all next week.
Bye.